In the top stories, Prime Minister Drew engages high-level officials in the UK. Media professionals discuss the media's role in crime prevention, and plans for Charles E. Mills' pageant and Calypso show underway. We'll be right back with the details after this.
Frozen fruits and vegetables get a bad rap. Because they are frozen doesn't mean they are not nutritious. Many frozen fruits and vegetables actually retain more nutrients than when they are eaten fresh. Using frozen fruits and vegetables is about convenience. Best of all, they last longer and they cost less. Look for the Island Garden brand at your favorite supermarket or call 662-0909 to place an order today. At Island Garden, we assure you that our products are locally grown and nutritiously sealed.
Boom! Join in the experience with Courts Ready Cash for the Syndicate Music Festival with a loan of $3,000 or more and pay nothing for 60 days. Plus, you could be eligible for a reduced interest rate. Don't miss out. Enjoy flexible payment terms, hassle-free service, and fast approval. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. That is the day. Apply now. Visit shopcoats.com or call 466-1640 or 662-9425. Get your full Syndicate Music Festival experience with Courts Ready Cash. We are ready whenever you are. Conditions apply.
In cricket, there are a few essentials: a bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. During his visit to London for the coronation ceremony of His Majesty King Charles III, Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew met with numerous influential world leaders and shared the vision of his administration for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. He began his second day in London on May 5, accompanied by the Governor-General Dame Marcella Liburd, GCMG JP, by attending a small island developing states breakfast organized by the UK Foreign Office to demonstrate its support for ZIZ, Small Island Developing States. Prime Minister Drew engaged other world leaders and expressed the need for partnership and support to move the country forward without the limiting concept of gross domestic product or GDP per capita. He also discussed upcoming geothermal project and the vision to expand fisheries within the Federation. After the coronation ceremony on Saturday, guests were invited to the church house adjacent to the Westminster Abbey, where the UK Foreign Secretary hosted a reception. Prime Minister Drew, Governor-General Dame Marcella, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzel Douglas, met with the UN Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, the Right Honourable James Cleverly, other leaders and senior officials of numerous other countries. Dr. Drew shared with officials that his government would imminently establish a task force charged with animating appropriate strategic approaches to address, in a whole-of-government approach, the ongoing water issues, renewables, developing mechanisms to manage sustainably the Federation's marine resources, and forge, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, partnerships to achieve these strategic, targeted and measurable goals. Prime Minister Drew also took the opportunity to share information on his approach to universal health care and asked for support from the UN in prioritizing health care access across the Caribbean. The role of the media in relation to crime prevention was the topic of discussion on ZIZ Radio's program Policing with You on Thursday. Public Relations Officer of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Leslie Joseph, explained the role of police public relations.
Police public relations, the point of it is to keep the public abreast of what the police do, insofar as they can reveal the information. I have been in the role a short time, and I have already realized that police do a significant amount of work, and the public is largely unaware of 80% of it. But I also realize why the public is unaware of 80% of it, because there's a lot of what the police does. You cannot tell the people. You literally cannot tell the public blow by blow. The police do this, they do that. We collect reports for XYZ, ABC, da 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 da. You can't do that. Police still have to protect or keep out of the media certain information, especially when there are ongoing investigations. Anything that could tip off somebody, you can't put it in the media. It's essentially killing the investigation.
She also spoke of the media's access to crime scenes, noting that it should be moderated.
Well, the media's access, like the public's access at any crime scene, should be moderated, strictly moderated, for the simple fact that crime scenes require processing, and you cannot risk any contamination, because that will essentially thwart everything the police and the media are trying to do. You're trying to catch a perpetrator, you need to collect every single shred of evidence at the scene, and you cannot risk anyone coming in and disturbing anything, because then it is useless.
Right.
I do think the media has the right and should ask certain questions at the scene. However, they should be cognizant of the fact that whatever the incident is, it has just occurred, and the information that the police will be able to provide them will be very limited.
Second Vice President of the Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis, Jermaine Abel, who joined the conversation via phone, stated that one of the major challenges as a media professional is getting information from the police to disseminate to the public.
Well, one of the biggest challenges that we have is accessing the information. And it's not just with the police, but across all government agencies, but access information to properly tell the story and relay the information and context to the public is the biggest issue we have as mainstream media. And this was highlighted recently during the workshop, Media and the Law workshop that we had, where the Deputy Commissioner commented on the laws and how we can build relationships. And that in general was the consensus, in the room, that accessing the information is one of the biggest challenges.
Policing with You airs every Thursday on ZIZ Radio at 9:15 a.m. In other news, the Charles E. Mills Secondary School is gearing up to host its Talented Teen and Eaglipso show. On Friday, the school hosted a royal reveal to present the contestants of the Talented Teen pageant. Competing for the crown are Riona Eddy, Destiny Huggins, Sabrina French, Abiquela Gerald, and Divine Morris. 5 Calypsonians dubbed Eaglipsonians will also be competing for the crown on that night. They are Khalifa Francis, Aaliyah Buchanan, Edward Williams, Chronique Drew, and Rocky Smith. The SEMS Talented Teen Pageant and Eaglipso show takes place on July 6 at the Sandy Point Hardcourt at 7 p.m. Coming up, we'll have another look at some of the stories from the past week. Stay tuned.
Your Horsford's Value Club Blue Tag Special.
Running May 4th to the 17th.
Now your Value Club Blue Tag Specials. Pillsbury Cake Mix, just $6.49. Bush Baked Beans, $7.99. Essential Everyday Grated Parmesan, $11.99. Essential Everyday Frozen Fries, just $13.99. Bounty Essential Paper Towel, $39.99. Pringles chips is just $8.49. And now your very low weekly
value deals. Gatorade $4.49. Mueller's pasta $5.99. Kellogg's Special K $15.49. Minute Maid punches $8.99. Essential Everyday Salsa $9.99. Dial Soap 3-pack $9.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
It's a sore throat. I'll write a prescription and see the nurse regarding the MMR vaccine.
I heard on social media that the COVID-19 vaccine came in a container with the MMR label on it.
Measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is in the vial, no other.
True?
We can't betray our parents' trust. St. Kitts and Nevis has always had an impressive immunization history.
But these diseases aren't around now.
Yes, our borders are open to all kinds of diseases that negatively affect our children and elders.
I never thought about that.
Today, you have a choice whether you get vaccinated. So, you want to continue?
Yes, doctor.
I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 vaccine for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Hundreds of persons decked out in red took to the streets on Monday for the Labor Day March. More in this report.
Labor Day is observed annually to recognize the contribution of workers, and each year the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party hosts a march on that day to demonstrate its close relationship with the trades and labour union and its support of workers. The procession travelled along Keon Street and wound its way through downtown Basse-Terre. The march ended with a rally at the Patsy Allers Playfield where various officials addressed the gathering. Among them was Prime Minister the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, who spoke about the importance of standing up for workers' rights and recognizing those who began this fight years ago.
We march today to show solidarity with past and present workers at home, in our region, and throughout the world. Let us always pause for a moment to remember our ancestors and elders, they who shed blood, sweat, and tears yesterday so we may be better off today. We will never forget them. The labor movement will pay homage to them year after year. And we who are grateful must keep the faith by standing up for workers' rights every day and by marching on Labor Day as we are doing today.
The Labor Day March is part of a series of activities organized by the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party to celebrate Labor Day. Upcoming events include the party conference on May 21 and the Requiem Mass on May 28. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
The performance of Akanye Samuel Francis during the recently concluded 50th Carifta Games held in the Bahamas was celebrated on Friday morning with the unveiling of a billboard along Keon Street near the Dr. William Connor Primary School. More in this report.
Akanye Samuel Francis took first place in the men's under-17 400-meter hurdles, clocking a time of 54.14 seconds. During the ceremony, Samuel Francis thanked everyone who supported him and vowed to continue making the country proud.
I would like to say thanks to everybody for the support. I appreciate it very much, and I hope that this continues as I go on my journey, and that I will continue to do more things for the community and for the country and make the country proud.
Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 3, Honorable Congress Maynard, was also present for the unveiling and congratulated Akanye for his achievement at the Games.
I want to take this opportunity to publicly once again congratulate Akanye on your remarkable achievement. Mr. Amit referenced that this is the sort of beginning of a journey in understanding, because I heard you in an interview said you weren't intending to gold medal. You wanted to medal, but you weren't necessarily intending to gold medal. But I think what this experience shows that it is possible. And now the entire world is ahead of you. All level of achievement is available to you because of your age and because of your talent. And if you hone that, you're not only going to be a success for yourself, but a success for our country of St. Kitts and Nevis.
He used the opportunity to encourage Akanye to stay focused, grounded, and keep the positive reinforcements around him. Minister Maynard also repeated the government's commitment in facilitating the upward mobility of the nation's athletes.
Elected representative for Nevis 5, St. Thomas, in the Nevis Reformation Party, the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons, was expelled from all institutions of the party following an investigation by the party's disciplinary committee. In a statement issued on Monday, the NRP stated that the decision came as a result of Stapleton Simmons's failure to comply with the decision of the executive committee for her to support the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, leader of the Nevis Reformation Party, as leader of the opposition in the Nevis Island Assembly. Stapleton Simmons's expulsion follows her suspension from all institutions of the party in February of 2023. The St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services held an open day on Wednesday as part of activities to commemorate International Firefighters Day. Carla Berridge tells us more.
The public was given the opportunity to interact with fire officers on Wednesday as they showcased gear, outfits, and tools used in the execution of their duties. Fire Substation Officer Timothy Martin explained what was offered during the open day.
We are here in the Independence Square, and what it is basically is having the general public come and ask us anything that they want to ask pertaining to the fire services. We also have a number of equipment, also our day-to-day wear, that they could actually see and engage our officers, like I said, to find out, hey, how do we use certain tools, how do we use certain equipment, what the various things are used for.
He explained that activities like these help to build camaraderie between the fire department and the public.
It is really important because then the public can have, it builds confidence between us and the public. The public will be able to see, hey, these guys are not just going out there and doing things blindly. They have the tools, they have the equipment for them to get the job done. So it brings some appreciation to what we do as a fire services. And when the general public, in any aspect that they can come and interact with us, it builds camaraderie as well.
Fire Officer Calvis Bell was one of the persons explaining what was being showcased and explained the different pieces of protective equipment gear used by the fire officers.
Yeah, these are your bunker pants. These also is your bunker shoes that we use to fight fire. And right over here we have the helmets, with the visor, and we have a bunker jacket.
The theme for International Firefighters Day 2023 is honoring the heroes who protect us. The week of activities began on Sunday with a church service and continued on Tuesday with a community day, giving back to the disabled persons within the communities they serve. To commemorate International Firefighters Day on Thursday, the fire services will be participating in a run throughout Bastille. On Friday, there will be a drill competition. On Saturday, the firefighters will take part in a sports day. And on Sunday, the firefighters will be honored at a ceremony. Reporting from the Independence Square, I'm Carla Berridge.
After the break, St. Lucian pastor launches campaign to help minimize the incidence of crime in the country, and gunman shot and killed